Welcome to this Pride of Dakota feature. If you are the CEO or manager of a company, you already understand that the day-to-day operations can quickly consume your time. When it comes to building a strategic plan for growing your business, it's easy to push this important step aside. In this feature, we'll talk with Jim Boyd of Strategic Plan ND about the benefits of taking time to create a solid strategic plan for your company. Strategic Plan ND was started by Jim Boyd in 2013, but he has been leading the strategic plan processes for his companies since 1986. Joining us in the studio is owner Jim Boyd. Jim, welcome.
Well, thank you, Scott. It's great to be here.
Jim, let's face it, we're all busy. I'm sure you hear that all the time. Let's start with the importance of a strategic plan. Why is it critical for a company to take this step?
Well, the strategic plan basically gives them the roadmap of the business, where you want to take that business over a period of years.
Okay.
Without a strategic plan, you'll never know where you're going or when you get there.
Okay, and that includes not only like financial, but also like physical growth and expansion, things like that.
Correct. You may be day-to-day activity financially, you think you're doing well, and strategic plan may point out that you could do a lot better.
Maybe be more efficient in some areas.
Correct. And you may look at your business operations and determine that you can grow through acquisition and expansion. It's one of those things when if you don't have a plan, it's difficult to weave that into your day-to-day operation.
What kind of a time commitment is needed, Jim, to create a strategic plan? I mean, I'm assuming this is not something that just the CEO sits down for an afternoon over a cup of coffee and hammers this out. This is a process, right? There are phases to the strategic plan process.
Right. And I would start off by sitting down with the CEO and identifying what it is that he would like to see.
Okay.
And then I would go through the process. The formulation for process is the one that I'm involved in, and I would be acting as a facilitator. The next phase after the formulation is the implementation, and that's normally done by the business organization themselves. And then the evaluation and review also happens by the operations, and that's usually done on an annual basis.
Okay.
So those are the three primary phases of the strategic planning process: formulation, implementation, and review and evaluation.
Excellent. So this is not something that's even done necessarily over a weekend. This is an ongoing process forever, right?
Right. Well, this is one of the things that we need to set aside at some time for the CEO and his team to get away from the day-to-day activities and go through the process. I'll lead them through the process and get them to get away from the day-to-day and turn their cell phones off and move into out-of-the-box thinking.
Excellent.
And I'll try to encourage some thinking that will kind of get the process rolling. But first of all, what we do is we formulate a vision statement.
Okay.
And then followed by a mission statement. And then we'll go through the strengths and weaknesses of the business themselves, identify where we could do better, and so on. And then we'll look at opportunities and threats. Those are external, that the business has no control over. And those are the key things that you try to come up with. Strengths coupled with an opportunity, you're going to be growing.
And so this is something that you get them started through the formulation process, and then they take this living document and you show them how to work with it throughout the year.
The output normally when I'm through with this is a PowerPoint slide presentation, basically with the vision statement, the mission statement, and the strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats.
Perfect.
With probably 3 to 6 strategic projects. And they'll implement those 3 to 6 strategic projects into their organization and weave that in so that becomes part of their day-to-day life.
Wonderful. Jim, if someone wants to learn more information about this process or have you start facilitating their strategic plan for them, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
I have a website. It's www.strategicplannd.com.
Okay.
And my email is strategicplannd@daktel.com. That's Daktel.
Okay.
And my cell phone is 701-269-9080. And I would love to talk to you, hear your voicemail, or even text me on that phone.
Excellent. Well, if you are a CEO or manager and you know that you need to get a strategic plan done, it's critical for your business, highly recommend that you call Jim Boyd. He's got a lot of experience doing this. Jim, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to stop by and talk to us.
Thank you, Scott.
For more information on this Pride of Dakota featured member, or to find other feature podcast episodes, visit our website at prideofdakota.com or join the conversation at facebook.com/prideofdakota.